When the cancer first appeared, I did not know it was cancer. It was just a red dot that appeared in my ear. I didn't pay much attention to it because a lot of times, you have these little spots, they don't last long, and I thought this would also disappear, but it didn't. I had my wife look at it, and she decided to clean it one day. And boy, it hurt. It like to kill me for a while. And it just, then I knew I had to go to a doctor.
When I first saw him, it seemed that it was very suspicious to me that he had a skin cancer there, especially since it had been growing in size.
After running a biopsy on it, she said it was cancer, that I had to have surgery.
I took him into the operating room, I excised the lesion, and I submitted it to the pathologist for a frozen section evaluation to confirm my suspicion that it was indeed a cancer. Whenever you excise a cancer, you want to make sure that it's completely gone. The cancer does not always stay within certain confines. It can send out little finger projections. And so even though you might look at it with the naked eye and it may look that everything that you wanted to excise was gone, under the microscope there might be some tumor that is on the edges of the lesion. So this needs to be looked at, and we call this reviewing the margins of the tumor. So at that point, I put a dressing on his ear, and we awaited what's called permanent sections, or the actual permanent pathological diagnosis. The permanent findings from the pathologist were that he had a squamous cell carcinoma of his ear, and although the edges appeared to be clear, the deep margins were very close to the margin, and squamous cell carcinoma can spread to other parts of the body. So this necessitated taking him back to the operating room to re-excise the area.
While I was in surgery, my wife told me that the staff did an excellent job of keeping her informed. And they would come out and tell her, where we started surgery, and then surgery didn't take that long, but they kept her informed on every step that they took in the operating room. She wasn't in the dark, didn't have to guess about anything. She knew what was happening, and it was through the good staff that they have here at North Oaks that she felt comfortable and knew that I was being well taken care of. I was worried about my appearance following surgery because she told me she was going to have to take a piece out my ear about the size of a quarter. And being a minister, I was concerned about how children, mainly children, would react to someone that had an ear that was half gone, or something of that nature. But she did a good job, as you can see. I felt comfortable and I trusted her.
He came back into the office. Of course, we had to get the permanent pathology results to ensure that everything had been completely excised and that he was cancer-free. And the pathology did return that everything was clear. And at this point, really, he had stitches in place, but it was mostly just local wound care and keeping a dressing on it.
But it was a good experience. She did an excellent job getting the cancer out and make my ear look presentable or natural. And I highly recommend Dr. Belly for that type of surgery, and also the staff at North Oaks Hospital was just excellent. Did a wonderful job.